Welcome to Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia.
I feel like we failed as parents this morning. We couldn't get Benson Boone tickets on Ticketmaster. And I'm very disappointed.
I'm still trying.
You are?
Yeah.
We're not going to get them. If anyone out there scored Benson Boone tickets, let us know. We want them for our son, who is a big fan. And what? We are on, Felicia. What are you saying? What? She's like whispering. What?
No, I'm going, are we on?
We are on.
Oh, okay. I never know.
All you got to do is look at the monitor.
Oh,
So,
Gotta get one of those bright, glowing recording signs.
yeah. Felicia, is it going to rain all weekend here in New York?
God,
I think the weekend's gonna be amazing.
You think?
It's like late 60s, sunny.
Let's just
Tomorrow.
check.
I'm no Al Roker, but
Wow. This is a beautiful Mother's Day
apparently
weekend.
I am an Al Roker.
I pooped my pants.
A beautiful Mother's Day weekend. Last year it rained on Mother's Day. Wow, this is perfection. All right, so all the rain today,
that's it.
then sun.
Right.
Small price to pay.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do this weekend then. I'm going to ride my bike. Anywho, what was I going to say to you? You have another cocktail affair tonight? Felicia, there's so many cocktail parties in Plainview.
Well, you know, it would have been, if it didn't rain, they would have had it outside, obviously, which is much nicer.
Much nicer.
Unfortunately, it's going to be inside.
I just want to point out earlier when Marni was very excited about having a day, she's like, we're going to go to lunch. And Felicia goes, well, I don't know if it's going to be a day.
Because I decided for Mother's Day that Phil and I would like go to lunch today.
She's very busy these days. And I saw it. Felicia was processing like, I just got things to do.
You
I don't know if
are-
it's going to be a day. We're going to do a few things.
Like, what's your wrap time? What time do you need to be done with me?
What's your heart out?
Yeah.
My heart out is I really would like to leave
what?
you-
What?
for 2:30 because it still gets me. It takes me between a half hour and 45 minutes to get home, depending on the traffic. And when school
Friday
lets
afternoon,
out,
you're done.
Yeah.
Wow, we better get this day going.
Well, no, it's not. I wouldn't say a day. It's more of a morning into a early afternoon.
Early afternoon,
Like,
right?
do we have time to eat? Like, maybe we shouldn't go to lunch. Maybe.
Do I have, when you say to me in the morning,
What's for lunch?
you go, okay, let's think about dinner. I go, I just no, I can't think about dinner.
I love
Which was my problem
thinking about me growing up.
That's right. That was my problem about preparing, getting meals ready, preparing, because I couldn't think like I'm eating breakfast. I can't think about dinner.
I mean, I was eating dinner in the car every day, McDonald's, like all the time.
All the
It was like,
time.
pick me up from dancing
Yeah.
school, take me back to drama this, da-da-da-da-da.
I know.
I was eating
always
Mickey
eating in
D's.
the car. I'd be nauseous, but I didn't eat in the car. You did.
Nauseous. I was never nauseous.
No,
I
you
loved
were never.
car
I
eating.
know.
You love a good fast food car eating.
I could, one hand a burrito and keep the other hand
I
at
told
12
you,
o'clock.
I'm not eating and driving.
driving. No, not driving. Eating in the car or driving and eating, which people do.
Yeah.
To me, then you don't know what you're eating.
You're not
'Cause
being mindful.
You're not being mindful. All you're doing is driving, obviously, or eating should be somewhat pleasurable, and you want to sit down at a table.
I'm not looking for, if I'm eating McDonald's.
well, it's not, well, you were a kid also. I don't know if you'd want to do
Wait,
that
so
now.
I feel bad now. Like on Mother's Day, are you going to be upset? Like if we don't, like what was your ideal Mother's Day as when we were
Staying home.
kids? Staying home, right?
Yeah.
And doing nothing.
Just watching my old TV.
But you do that every day.
I know, I love it.
Every day's Mother's Day
Every
for
day's
Felicia.
That's right.
There's two types of people I've found when it comes to Mother's Day and Father's Day. There's the people who want to be left alone.
Right.
Most mothers. Most
And there's
mothers.
the people that want to like for me, Father's Day is an opportunity to make my family do all of the things they don't want to do with me.
So annoying.
I want to go to the Brazilian steakhouse. Let's go hit the go-kart track.
What's the Brazilian steakhouse?
You could find out on Father's Day if you'd like.
It's most moms don't want to do anything. They want to be left alone.
Yeah, in
and
fact, the
they
best
don't want to do
Mother's
I
Day
have a
anything.
very unmotivated family. Like they don't want to go to the same places I want to eat. They don't want to do the same activities. It's the one day a year where I can use that leverage
Well,
to
Can I go away
to get them
that day?
to
Take Lennon.
to some backroom Asian gambling parlor. They
I'm
have
down
to
for
do
that.
what I want to do.
I'm down for that. I love an Asian game.
Asian gambling.
Yeah.
Like a poker game going or
So
something.
you're already thinking.
do you play
already.
poker?
I'm already playing.
You're thinking
planning
of
it.
Father's Day already.
I've already decided.
What is
where-
on the future? What do I gotta?
You can wait till the day of. I'll have a whole itinerary. I'll send it to
I'll
your
be in San
email.
Francisco.
There'll be a
I might
call
be
sheet.
away.
You're going to be away for Father's Day. That's fine.
no, you
I'm
won't.
just kidding. Oh God, I'm nervous now.
Don't be nervous now. A month
You're
in
nervous
advance.
about my Father's Day?
I just want to do nothing.
My wife.
All right. Anyway.
You want to do nothing on my? That's fine.
Okay. So some big news. thanks to a listener who just messaged me, Christine O, told me that Four Seasons, the movie, is now on Netflix
The original.
with Alan Alda. Now, I said last week when we were binging Four Seasons and my rave reviews, I can't find the movie anywhere. Maybe if this does really well, it'll come out on Netflix. And now it's here.
boom.
So I'm very grateful and I will be watching it. It was runtime is about an hour and 41 minutes.
Very quick and easy.
I will say, like, a lot of people messaged me, Darren Karp, nod to Darren. She was like, I'm watching the Four Seasons because of you. And everybody was like, I'm watching the Four Seasons because of you. And it was, I'm a real influencer. It was, I'm still thinking about the Four Seasons. Like,
Really?
yeah, because there's nothing really on right now.
I know
except my
there's nothing
weeklies.
on.
Except my weeklies. So did you hear about all the Bravo news that dropped?
No.
Housewives of Rhode Island.
Really scraping the bottom of the barrel for
yeah.
states.
Yeah,
Really?
The governor made an announcement of
The governor?
of Rhode Island saying like we're very looking forward because it brings tourism.
I know. Well,
They're doing a housewives wife swap. Like they're going to do like housewife swap. Like probably like Giselle from Atlanta will go to Beverly Hills
and
or
live
something.
there for 3 months or whatever, however long.
Something's going on. And Casey, this is big for us. I'm psyched. A Shahs of Sunset reboot with the main people, MJ, Rizza, Gigi, and it's going to be called The Valley, like Persians. Like a spinoff of The Valley, a spinoff of Shahs. Because now all these people have kids. And The Valley is about all these couples who have kids.
I don't know why that's for us. Like
Because we loved Shahs.
we.
How many?
I mean, it was fine. I mean,
I thought liked Shahs.
to me, it was a Vanderpump in that, like, if it was on, I would look at my phone and then kind of look over my phone.
I enjoyed Shahs. Remember when we
Just
saw
to see
Rizza?
if-
Did we ever say the story about when we met Rizza?
Oh yeah,
Did I say the story on the pod?
yeah.
I did?
Where we saw him sitting next to us and
On the
he was wearing a
LIR.
mask.
He had an arm full of Cartier bracelets.
Yeah.
And that's how I knew it was him because he was wearing a mask. This was during COVID times. And I went up to him and he was lovely. He was running
He was
back
very
to the
nice.
Hamptons.
I'm actually the one that recognized
I know.
him.
He was running. He had to like run back to the Hamptons because he like lost his phone or something, his wallet. So yeah, exciting times. Julia Garner, okay, was in Ozark and Anna Delvey.
Okay, the one with the blonde curly
yeah,
hair.
big fan. She is going to executive produce and star in a Netflix limited series about, you're not going to know what this means, the FTX scandal, which was crypto, which is the book I'm reading about right now called Going Infinite. And it's about Sam Bankman-Fried, but she's going to be playing like the girl that was like in love with him. I love a good real story.
Yes, you do. Whether
love
it's
it.
murder, kidnapping.
No,
or,
like this to me is a little bit tech world. I'm into it. So also the studio, which we've been talking about, not really, did get picked up for another season. And this week's episode of the studio was my favorite.
Which
it was so fucking hilarious. You're gonna die, Casey. You can watch it. It's a one-off. Like it's about like a fictional Golden Globes ceremony.
Yeah.
But the amount of celebrities they had in this, they had to like recreate the Globes. Adam Scott plays himself. And he wins an award. And it's about how like Seth Rogen's character just wants to be thanked. And like everybody
And they
goes up
keep
there. Everybody
ignoring
goes
it.
up there,
They
keeps
don't do it.
thanking Ted
Everybody else.
Sarandos from Netflix. So he's in the bathroom with the real Ted Sarandos. And he's like, how do you score this thanks? You know, the studio head's always like the one who's not really spoken about. And Ted says, it's in the contract.
Oh, that they have to
do
thank
it.
him.
There was just so many funny moments.
That's funny.
Like Aaron Sorkin was in it. Like, but Adam Scott was so funny. And thank you to Sal
Is
Saperstein.
this show giving you Curb vibes?
You've said that before.
Because when I caught another corner of one, I was like, this feels very Curb.
Do you know what episode it?
Neurotic, kind of confusion. It's just
You should watch it. It was really
Episode
funny.
7 or 8. I guess look at the last
Yeah,
episode.
just look at the last episode.
Right.
It's so quick. It was so funny. It was like so Hollywood. Zoe Kravitz is in it.
Right.
And he has a movie that she's in. And he's like begging her, like, oh, thank me. And she's like, oh, I'm not even thinking about it. We're not going to win. But like secretly, she had her whole fucking speech written out. Like, and it got picked up.
I have to watch it.
It's Hollywood's like darling show that they think is
How
going to get a
many
lot of
shows
awards.
finally get their stride though in season 2? Like maybe the show needs another season because it's not bad.
I'm enjoying this show. I'm not like this is the best show ever, but I really enjoy it. I love the behind the scenes of Hollywood. And I love all the cameos. It's insane. Catherine O'Hara was in this. It was just, oh, she's so good. Anyway, we were still talking about the news, but do you remember the movie Tremors? 'Cause I watched that movie. We
love that movie with
I don't know.
Kevin Bacon.
I don't know if this is a rumor, but I saw something, and sometimes things we read on the internet aren't true, that they're doing like a show with Kevin Bacon for Netflix.
Really? You mean
making a Tremors TV show. So we'll see about that. Yeah. Isn't that funny?
We did what? We did enjoy that.
We loved that. I don't know why.
I wonder if Lennon would like that.
It might be, yeah.
Oh, he might. You
Or,
don't think
or
it'd
it might
scary?
be nightmare fuel. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, with Lennon, you never know.
So this is interesting. Mandy Moore is going to be playing Nate Bargatze's wife. Mandy Moore. Bring her back.
Yeah, Mandy's
Because
back.
it's about her. She's playing a wife landing a deal on Shark Tank. And the lifelong breadwinner of the family becomes a stay-at-home dad and quickly realizes he's in way over his head. I thought that was cute. And you love Harlan Coben shit, right?
Yeah.
This is interesting. They're doing an unscripted show, CBS, called Harlan Coben's Final Twist, where he is going to be like going over and taking audiences through like tales of murder, high-profile crimes, and life-altering surprises.
Okay. I'll have to, when that comes. Interesting concept.
And for the last bit, did you hear what category was added to the Golden Globes in 2026? A new category. Best podcast. Felicia's face.
Okay.
I'll make sure to submit you guys.
Yeah, right. Only
for
the big stars.
consideration.
Well, only the
Obviously,
people-
Joe Rogan, Alex Cooper.
yeah,
we know.
Yeah.
Smart list, the big ones. But
Marni and
biggies.
Felicia.
But it's just it's very telling of the times.
Right.
I mean,
it is.
on my media diet that I post every week. Just a drop there for you to look at my Instagram at Marni Jagger. I post every week not only what I watch.
I know, I've
but
seen it.
what I listen to every week. And
Right.
I've been definitely consuming a lot of podcasts in the car, on the dog walk, in the shower, just constant. So, and it's a sign of the times.
The sign of the times. I also think that it gives people a way to be recognized without the traditional gatekeeping of entertainment, right? Like,
Right.
you
Where
think
they're
about
not
it, if
pushing
you're-
you or advertising for
right.
you or
if it's good, you'll hear about it. You can have hundreds
You
of
mean
thousands.
podcasts in general?
Podcasts in general.
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and it gets talented people visibility
Yeah,
that,
but
that
I
maybe
bet
weren't
you-
traditionally
but the
funny.
Everybody who's going to be up for this category is going
will
to be famous.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not just saying
Like-
like the people criticize the fact that everybody has a podcast,
Yeah.
but I think that that's okay. I think that you think about the old days of comedy, you'd have like gatekeepers like Johnny Carson and people that like you couldn't be known unless you unless you got past those gates. And there's just people that are funny, but not in a traditional way that may have a niche audience that may not have mainstream appeal. So it's an interesting avenue for people that have something interesting to say that maybe aren't cut out for Comedy Central or whatever the traditional. I don't know. I think it's okay that there's so many podcasts out there because I think that there's niche interests that are outside of the mainstream.
You've been heard, Casey. Thank you. Do you want to tell everybody what you've been working on?
Halfway through that rant, by the way, Marni just kept furrowing her brow.
No, I
and,
didn't.
like,
I thought it was
she
so
thought-
interesting.
You thought I was talking too
No,
much.
I was like, God, Casey's. Sometimes I think like you're really smart and like you have something. No, I'm like Jesus.
Sometimes.
No, like when you say something, I'm like, oh fuck, yeah, he's right. Yeah. Do you want to say what you've been working on? You're working on another podcast.
I'm working on another podcast.
Do you want to like talk about it or no? You don't have to. It's not out yet.
It's not out yet, but it's dropping next week.
It's officially dropping.
I believe so. If
Why
not,
is
it'll
it
be the
taking
week
so
after.
long to drop? Just
Because
curious.
we're trying to get a bunch in the bank, and
It's not timely
It's
like
not
ours,
timely
where you
like
have to
ours.
be
Right. Okay.
topical.
Okay.
the working title is Define Insanity. And we have guests every week, and they talk about the adversity that they've come through the other side of. There's a lot of topics of sobriety, a lot of topics of just the hard stuff people go through, not just sobriety, but things people go through and reflection on the other side and crossroads on the way and the journey they got to where they're at now.
By the way,
a much better place.
It's called Life.
That's exactly right. But everybody can relate to life and everybody can relate to the hard stuff.
That's right.
And it's hosted by two comedians, Justin and Joe. And yeah, keep your eyes out for it next week.
Well, keep your
hopefully.
ears open for
Or
that.
your ears open as well.
I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to listen to it. So that's our brother podcast.
That's a plug. We'll have Joe and Justin on sometime.
Let's go, girls.
Before we get to what we've been watching, did you see the new Squid Game trailer that dropped?
Yes. Can't wait.
So
I have
he
to wait
was
till the
in
end of June. I'm so sorry.
June 27th.
At the end of
I
June.
believe that's the day our son goes to sleepaway camp. So we could, get together.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't like to
I'm just saying. I know
I'm
you
not
don't.
committing.
I
I'm
know,
not
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Maybe not the whole day, but
Just like
maybe
an
a morning.
hour, an
I can't
hour.
wait. But I mean, you know what's going to happen? if they release all whatever it is,
forget
6 or
about
8
it. I'm not
episodes,
going to see
forget
her.
about
I'm not
it.
going to
You're not
see
going
her.
to see me,
But-
because I will stay home to watch all
What
of them.
happened in the trailer? The main dude, he's
Looks like he's in a
coffin type, and then he gets wheeled out, and then his eyes open. Right?
well, yeah.
I mean, he can't go.
No.
Do you think we're going to need a recap of the part 1? I think we need a little bit
I'm
of a
still
recap.
working on part 1.
Jesus Christ, I forgot. This is what happens when I watch shows with you. You don't get through them.
This is what happens when you watch shows without me. We don't get through them. I don't think it's.
That's true. That's true.
I get left in the dust.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm really looking
you better
forward
get
to
on
that.
it.
What would you think? What would you think of last night? I'm like, I'm gonna throw on Squid Game while we're sitting here. What would you have done?
I would have left the room and watched something else.
Well, did you mean season 1? He has
No. No.
like just the
It's the
last.
first half of season 2.
Oh, but that
Sorry.
was a quickie.
I'm
That
still
was a long
chipping
time ago,
away.
okay? That was a long time ago. Uncircumcised gems. What did we watch this week? Felicia, what did you watch this week?
Well, I finally got to watch the recent episode of Handmaid's Tale. I watched it last night because I haven't gotten a chance to.
but we watched it also last night.
Oh, I keep thinking, God, these women are just asking to be killed.
But like
They just keep going.
the Red
back.
Wedding is about to go down, and I cannot fucking wait.
You think it'll be like Game of Thrones?
Well,
is that the red?
Yeah, that's what I say. It's the Red Wedding.
That was amazing.
I thought that this episode was good,
right.
right? Don't you think?
Yeah, she's not looking so good.
Mom, that's not nice.
I know, but neither is Nick.
I think he looks fine. What's wrong with Nick?
Oh, I think he looked much better.
You know who's looking real good? Janine. She's like,
Janine
besides the
looks
fact
good.
that she got beat up, she
Well,
looks good.
Right, she does.
I mean, that actress looks good.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
June, I feel like had a baby. Didn't she have a real baby
How
in
many
real life?
episodes are left in the season?
I don't know. We're coming up to 8, so I can't decide if there'll be 8 episodes. Usually they run it at 8 to 10. I'm not sure.
I
But
think
it sounds
8 would
like
be
it's coming.
disappointing. They gotta because I feel like they could very well next week just blow this whole thing up, but I don't know.
This season has been a tad slow.
Yeah, it's a slow burn.
and not all that compelling for me.
It'll have
not the best season. but
10
it's-
episodes.
Okay, I said between 8 and 10.
Season 6 is 10 episodes.
I won't say it's not the best season. I think it's just
It's definitely not the best season, but I think it's
it's a
because
slow burn.
Yeah.
we've been in this world for so many years. Like, when did Handmaid's Tale start? What year? Like, what was going on in our life when
could remember
Handmaid's Tale
that?
started?
If only we had a box in our pocket that could tell us these.
2016?
Wow.
Wow.
2017.
That's still a wow.
Lennon was like fucking, well, that was a long time. It was like
Yeah.
8 years ago.
Right. It was a long time ago.
Oh, too long.
In television.
That's why. That's why
That's
people
what-
change.
and
That's why
people
Jude's
get
not
old.
looking
People
as
get older.
But I think he looks good. I mean, Nick looks good.
Not in my eyes. In your eyes, great. Looks like he had a lot of work. He looks
Well, it,
very.
Nick?
wouldn't, it wouldn't be believable.
Nick Humble.
Also,
Nick had a lot of work.
It looks like he's very Botoxed.
Maybe.
Now, maybe it's just looking
we
at
got
him
a lot
on
of
the screen.
talks in Gilead.
Yeah, right. Maybe he just
Do you
looks
think
that way.
That would be so interesting. You think there's talks in Gilead?
You think there's people like
Those women.
administering Botox in Gilead? I
Nah,
don't know.
I doubt it.
But look, I think look, if June is looking, it might be intentional because she's been
she
through
has been
a fuck
right.
ton
Now,
of
look,
shit.
also,
Like, I
it's
think
a-
she needs to look a little
At some,
ragged.
point, it looked like she was with what she was wearing. It looked like she was pregnant.
Well, maybe she was.
Maybe she was or is.
Or maybe it was post pregnancy.
What? Yeah.
Not everybody sheds the weight that quickly,
I understand
Felicia.
that, and she probably is the type to say, "I'm au natural."
Oh, like
You know,
not getting
she's
work
a
done?
Scientologist.
I know.
Right.
You know
Yes,
that,
she is.
right?
Yes.
I
Of
know,
course.
I know.
Absolutely.
I don't know where they sit
Can
on
we
that.
give a minute to Aunt Lydia and her acting?
She's she's terrific.
She's just unbelievable. She
Yeah.
used to go to Casey's salon.
Oh, I remember.
In the city.
Yeah, a while ago.
There was a falling out, but yeah.
Do you want to tell everybody why?
Well,
Some
With
intel?
you or with the
not with
owner?
me. I never did her hair.
Oh.
She lives down the street from my shop in the city, and she would come in all the time. And she was very excited about one of our stylists, and she was very COVID conscious, like to the extreme. And
Probably because maybe it would have affected her work. If she,
No, I just
or
think-
just because of her age.
I
How
don't
old
know,
is she?
but like to the point where she had asked if her stylist had their vaccine booster. I think it was like a second or third booster,
she's
and-
69.
and
She looks older. She looks older.
She looks older than you.
she called to ask if the stylist had their like second or third booster, and the stylist was like, "Yeah, I did." And then she came in, and then found out that it was less than 2 weeks before, and felt very slighted that because apparently in the science of the vaccine, it wasn't effective until 2 weeks after.
My God.
So she was very angry and never came back. Because
Wow.
the second or third booster was
Wow.
done less than 2 weeks before her appointment.
But I thought this episode.
And she felt as though no stylist should have been working until that vaccine was 2 weeks
okay,
into it.
and Dowd. Okay.
Just saying.
We hear you.
That's not a statement on vaccine, whatever, but it's she was definitely in the spectrum of fear. She was on the far end of it.
That's some good intel, okay? But I thought she was amazing in this episode.
She was.
And poor fucking Janine, who said she'd probably be better off dead. Who said that? Was that June who said that? Or maybe Lawrence?
Maybe June said it. I don't remember.
So
but
I
someone
guess
said it.
So there's
Lawrence said it.
There's
Oh, of course, yeah, it would be his character that would say that.
he's the best.
Yeah. He really is. He's such a great actor.
Such a great. I know. I
He was
gotta watch
Eric
West
the
Wing.
Weasel in Billy Madison.
Oh yeah, he's been in so much. Did you watch last week's The Last of Us?
Yes. Again, not two girls that want to run into the fray, and the chances are of surviving.
Did you recognize the new character? Because I knew exactly who it was, in case you didn't know.
Wait a minute.
The new black guy who, like, spoiler, worked for like Fedra and like
Oh,
got
of
him.
course,
Who was that?
absolutely.
Who was it? Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright, yes.
He
I recognized him
He
immediately.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, he's a great actor.
I know he's a great actor.
I don't think he could do anything wrong.
No, I think this is a hard watch without Pedro. I think it's a
Yeah.
very hard watch.
We're going to do a flashback.
Flashbacks. Casey's
I know.
theory is
I
not
guess
proven
so
right.
It's yet to come to fruition.
I'm not. I'm not like. I don't know, I'm not loving
prophecy.
it.
I'm not loving. I'm
not loving it.
And the fact that the girl is pregnant, I kept thinking, who would want to bring a child into that world?
But every time we see these worlds, these apocalyptic worlds, the population, it does happen.
It felt weird how quickly they moved too. They went like from like a hookup to next thing you know they're having a baby
together.
They moved
Yeah.
very, very quickly.
And you know how she sang on the guitar and like sang a
she
song?
sounded great.
And I was like, this is ridiculous.
Right.
This is so, like, this can't be, but that was in the video game. There's a part
song
in the
and
video
everything, the
game,
same
the
song.
actual
I wonder
song.
if she. Oh, so she doesn't sing it, or does she?
She does in the show, but
Yeah,
she,
no,
She sounded.
She did
it was
sound
a good
good.
song, and she sounded very.
Yeah,
good.
well, most actresses can sing and dance.
Gotta
But the
be a
show, I
triple
think,
threat.
the actual show, I believe, like the video game takes place in like maybe 04, 03. So the song was like timely, I guess, then that she
mean,
sang. I
it was
don't remember
still-
what
at
she
that
sang.
point,
You know
it was
how many
still a
episodes
20-year-old
the season is? I always like to know, so I like to see where I am.
see where it's getting its momentum.
Yes.
Wow, this is wild. Season 2 of The Last of Us will run for 7 episodes.
Wow.
Shorter than the first season's total of 9. What is up with the odd number?
Yeah, that's
Seven.
why I was going.
Well, we have to
so
be at episode
weird.
5 already, right?
Wow.
What was
I don't
Sunday?
remember. Was it episode 5 that we just
Oh
watched?
my God.
5, 6. So there'll
That's
be
so
2 more
crazy.
episodes. Oh, who's gonna die? Who are we predicting?
I mean,
I just feel like I don't know if I just don't have that hero in me, but some of these shows are just not relatable to me. Like I couldn't see myself doing what she's doing. I couldn't see myself doing what June's doing in Handmaids. I would
Right.
just be like, nah, I think I'm going to go to Alaska and raise my other kid
And
who's
just-
not be in the middle of.
I thought
all that
in this
Gilead.
you're
Yeah.
you're a prepper, so you're telling me what are you going to do with all your prepped material?
You hole up. You don't go into everything I've prepped for is for us to live comfortably. It's not for us to go and stir the pot. Like I'm not gonna go out there and poke the bee's nest. I'm here to like defend against the bees.
And they really, boy, when they with the special effects, when they show all the, for lack of a better word, zombies.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not.
I think those are actors.
Yes, but
But
the
yeah,
thousands,
the new actor.
But
I mean, the new fungus is like mushroom heads.
Right.
Right.
But there are thousands of them, like storming the fort.
Yeah.
which is like, really? But anyway,
And then these new people with the scars on their faces, who Jeffrey Wright was like torturing.
They're like a cult.
right, it was
Yeah.
a cult. It was a cult. They believe whatever woman they're praying to, who's not even, from what I gather in listening to the show, she's not even around anymore.
Yeah, they really haven't like given you any backstory
No.
yet on that.
No.
It's mostly just like you know that they exist and you're putting that together that there's a cult of people who worship a woman
Right.
and they're getting direction from her prophecy.
I don't remember what this preview was for next week.
Did they show a preview?
Yeah, they do. And we always watch the inside.
Oh,
Do you ever
okay.
like
No.
stay on and watch?
I never do. I always forget.
Well, you have to go past the credits.
Right.
And they do like an inside look and they interview the actors. It's fascinating. I love it.
I still feel very bad about Pedro.
I feel awful, but he's got a new movie coming out
That's
called
what I was-
Materialists with Chris Evans, and a new trailer dropped today, and it looks delightful.
Is it like a light?
Yeah, it's like a romantic
Okay,
comedy,
fine.
maybe. Like Dakota Johnson plays a matchmaker.
Okay, but I love him.
And in this movie, he is very handsome. He's wearing like a tux and he's so hot. He looks so good. I wanted to watch this. It was on my to-do list. I wanted to watch A Simple Favor with Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. And it was on Prime Video. And it was like a little campy. It's a little ridiculous. Like Allison Janney was in it.
Okay.
And she was fabulous. She played her aunt.
Okay.
This movie is such a fun, easy watch.
Oh, I didn't think it was going to be.
Well, not everyone's getting murdered left and right, but it's like ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like what they
Is
did
it a
there.
movie?
Yeah,
or-
it's a movie.
Oh, okay, so it's quick. We like quick.
Yeah, and like Blake Lively, I could just look at her and look at her style, you know.
she's beautiful.
And she plays like triplets and one's dead and one's not and everyone's murdered. There's a lot of murdering happening, but you know it's just so all ridiculous.
Right,
but
right.
if you watched the first one, watch the second one. I mean, it's Paul Feig makes a cameo at the end. I bet you nobody knew that. Paul Feig, who's the director.
Oh, the director, yeah.
But yeah, Allison Janney was fun.
She's always good.
She was cute. So
That Blake Lively is problematic.
I know. And I don't know if her and Anna get along. They also left the movie like there could be another one.
Oh.
You know?
No Justin Zamboni in this one?
Justin Casey, it's Baldoni, is not in this film.
Never was, never will be.
Yeah. Did you finish? So Lennon this week, we watched with him Out of My Mind, which is on Disney Plus, was so sweet.
Now, here's my issue.
Oh, no.
No. I started watching it here, like when I didn't pick Lennon up.
She forgot to pick Lennon up, as he says.
I didn't forget.
I know, you
my
got the wrong
timing was off. It wasn't. Anyway, when I got that phone call, like, where are you? I was like, oh, and I literally shut everything off and ran. And I didn't say goodbye to you. I just like ran out like a bat out of hell.
For some context, Felicia had to pick up Lennon from school, but
there
didn't
was a
realize the time.
miscommunication. I thought you said 3:30. And now, in retrospect, I'm thinking, well, yeah, the bus first gets here at 3:30. I'm sorry. Anyway.
So you were watching the movie Out of My Mind.
But I don't know if I had 10 minutes left
Okay,
of
but
it.
why wouldn't you go home and finish it?
Because
you don't remember the name. I can't. Wait, this is so funny.
I forgot
So
the
I
name.
tell Felicia that Lennon and me really enjoyed this movie about a young girl in a wheelchair
who has
cerebral palsy.
Right.
And I told her what the name of the movie was, and Felicia said she searched for wheelchair. What did you search for?
First I thought it was like the girl in the wheelchair, the boy in the I don't know.
Are you dying?
But
It's called Out of My Mind.
I'll never remember until I put it in my notes.
Oh my
and
God.
I know it's I
It
only
honestly would have been easier to remember if it was the girl in the wheelchair.
right.
It's based on a novel from a mother who had a daughter with cerebral palsy and all the things that they went through.
It really was good. And then when I got home, I said, let me put on the Disney, because it's on Disney. And I put it under Casey's name, thinking it'll pop up.
It didn't?
It didn't. And I went, I don't understand.
He watches it like over. He's. This is what's so funny.
Why wouldn't it pop up?
I don't
or
know.
Was it under Casey's name? Or
Yeah, it was under
Lennon's?
It was under Casey's, I think.
why would
Wait,
it-
he recommended it to his teacher to watch in class, and the teacher said she doesn't know the rating of it, so she has to check.
Okay.
So we checked, and it's PG.
Yeah.
So I told him to tell Mrs. Shore that
It's
it is PG,
PG.
and it's a great lesson for kids. It's a great lesson for kids.
You should have said what PG meant.
I think Lennon understands.
You think?
Yeah,
Okay.
because he knows when things are PG-13 and when he can't see a
Oh,
movie.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
I let him see PG-13. But,
Well, right.
you know,
but
some
yeah,
parents want it,
because
but-
I like to let him know what everything
But
means.
if you have a child, I think this and Wonder are just two great movies to
Right.
watch with your kid to not judge people
Would you
by the
say-
way they look.
Yeah, over 8, over 7, over like what would you?
I mean, this takes
Depends
I would
on the-
say
you know what,
it
it
depends
depends
on the
on the
maturity.
child. Yeah, of
but
the
Lennon
child.
is like he's such an empathetic kid, and like there was a part where the girl wasn't treated right, and
Right.
he was so upset. Casey, he was like, "It's not. I can't." He was like really upset. Like I thought he was going to cry, but he didn't cry. But I love that kid, and I love that Jennifer Aniston was the voice. And what's
Yes.
crazy is the father is Luke Kirby, who was in the show Etoile and who was in A Dog's Purpose. So like, it's all coming back. Luke,
He's really having a moment.
well, no,
is.
these are old movies.
He's having a moment in the Ellis house.
Yeah, yes.
Did we find out when that movie was made? The girl.
Which one?
The girl
Out of
in the
My
wheelchair?
Minds? It wasn't that long ago because I remember when it came out,
You did?
2024.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
last
year.
year.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And it's announced that it's on Disney for anybody who wants
Well,
to.
you said
okay.
like
It's on
3
Disney,
times.
right? But it was very enjoyable.
It really was. It really was. Did
It
you
was.
watch any Korean? You probably watched a lot of Korean stuff.
I'm how do I say this? I'm not liking a lot of new things that are out, but however, I am watching some older things. For argument's sake, there's a small little movie out called Pawn. Like pawn shop.
Porn?
Not porn.
Oh.
PAWN. And I from watching little snippets of it over the years, I never could find it on a network or a streaming service. Finally it's on Viki. And I knew the actor, and I happened to like this main actor. Nothing good looking. He's an older guy. It's nothing to do with, and it's just a sweet movie about a little girl who this gruff man ends up not legally adopted, but it was just very sweet. I like sweet movies, where you think someone's awful, and then they turn out like their hearts are touched by a child or whatever. And that was great. That was my highlight of the week.
I love that.
It was a very
So
sweet
this is an older movie that you had seen? Or you hadn't seen
I had
it?
not seen.
So what made you click on it?
Because some movies are not on. They might not be shown in America. They may be shown in Europe.
But you knew about it, or you knew of the actor?
I knew of the actor, and I kind of had seen little snippets, let's say on TikTok or Facebook or something.
Is this a common formula in Korean content? Because the one show I watched as my homework, remember, Move to Heaven.
Yeah, kind of breaks your heart.
It does, but the formula was similar in that it was that
the
criminal uncle
right,
who warms up to the kid and blah, 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 blah. There's always an arc of like a bad guy turns good.
They do that a lot.
I shouldn't say always. It's only been my one experience.
I wish you would, if you just, could watch some more.
I got to get your Viki login.
That'd be really funny.
Right.
That'd be really funny.
And then our girl from LA,
our case bonded, Miss Lee.
She is compiling a list for me of older shows that she has seen over her lifetime. I suspect she's in her 40s, but I don't know. And every time she contacts me sometimes during the night. I mean, not during the night.
Well, yeah, they're
it's
hours behind.
Yeah.
Miss Lee, thank you so much. You want to give a shout out to her?
Thank you so much. There's another one she recommended. I haven't started it yet. There's so many things, some older things. I haven't seen a lot of older shows.
Okay.
But I have not loved. I mean, I am watching
content you're not loving.
I have watched When Life Gives You Tangerines, which has been a breakout. I mean, everybody loved it.
On my top 10, I feel like there's a Korean movie or a show.
Well, you got to.
That's been.
It's been.
Is it Harbin? Harbin?
Oh, so number 6 is called. It's not Korean. The Eternaut. It's Spanish.
That's Spanish, yeah.
And it's about another show about a fucking apocalypse. I can't. There's so many out there now.
I know. But
there's so many.
So you don't have a Korean show.
That was
it.
Okay, so
But I advise you, just the two of you, maybe when Lennon's gone. Not that they're dirty or anything like that. I'm just saying because I don't know if he could sit through. Let me know and I'll give you one to watch.
Which is what, like a movie or a show?
I have to think about that.
All right, think about it.
You don't have the time to watch the shows because they could be 16 episodes.
Yeah.
Which is,
We last night, I said to Casey, let's stay up. I mean, we watched Your Friends and Neighbors. And we literally waited till it dropped at 9:00 exactly.
Was that the one with the Birkenbags being locked up?
No.
Oh.
You're behind.
I'm behind.
This might have been my favorite episode because it took them out of
the neighborhood.
Yeah, it took them to Princeton College but it was they felt like a family for the first time, like John Hamm and her.
Right.
And you really felt it was really about Hamm and Amanda Peet.
Right.
I love that we're not calling it Coops. Coop and what's her name? Melody? What's her name?
I don't remember.
This episode, it was nice not seeing him do stupid shit like, burglary. So I liked it. And then I don't want to spoil it because it just dropped. It ended and you're like, fuck. Like something big happened at the end.
Was that the last show?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, all these shows just started.
I know, but I don't. You don't know how many episodes they've made. Some.
Now I gotta look how many episodes of Your Friends and Neighbors
altogether
will be 9. What's up with these uneven numbers? I think that was
Maybe it's the way they cut it,
and
maybe it's the way they cut it, and then when all is said and done, they go, "Oh, we ended up with 9 episodes."
All right, so we got a few more. But what did you think, Casey, of the show?
I enjoyed it. I think it was good. The ending was nuts. I haven't had any beef with the show.
Another show though that I'm not like I love this.
I will say
I love the 4 seasons.
I'm going to go ahead and spoil one part of it.
Oh.
And I was happy that he finally owned up to the fact that he was jobless.
Okay, so John Hamm finally tells Amanda Pete, I didn't quit, I was fired.
And I think that was a big thing that was like, it was a problem for me was the idea like, dude, just say I lost my job and like,
yeah. The
like,
money
ease
is
up your
just not
lifestyle
there.
a little bit. Like,
well, she works. Isn't she a therapist or
she
something?
is, but
Yes,
like, there's
it's
no way a
confusing.
therapist income is going to help their lifestyle.
I don't know. Own up. Like, some men, their pride.
I
guess
maybe I don't have that.
But I recommend watching, if you stopped watching, watch, for me, The Studio this weekend, Your Friends and Neighbors this week hit. So, but there were no other like new drops this week. I also finished Race to the Crown.
Oh,
which was about,
right.
Which is funny because the Kentucky Derby was on last weekend.
Maybe that's why they kind of.
That probably is why. But it was enjoyable. It was good. And it was, obviously, it was about 2024 Kentucky Derby in Belmont. You ever go to the Belmont races?
No, I never did.
We never did.
Never did. It was always literally 10 minutes from
I know,
our,
and last year, because of all the construction that they're doing at Belmont, they did it in Saratoga.
Oh.
So I wonder if it's back here now. Like if it's back. We should check out
They
that
also made up a whole
area.
shopping thing.
Well, I know. And
right.
high-end stores.
Right.
It's supposed to be really nice.
I'm sure.
It's supposed to be really nice.
Most of it is parking and shopping.
Yeah.
We should go and bet on some ponies.
I wonder what the date of the Belmont Stakes are.
I didn't
You
realize
can go
that.
to other races that aren't like the Belmont Stakes. You could just go and like,
Oh, you mean at Belmont?
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Go
they even
watch some
still have
races.
that anymore.
I've
Oh
never
my
been to a
God.
horse race in my life.
I have in Australia.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's interesting.
With my friend Mike.
All right.
Let's talk about what we're going to watch this week.
And what are we
by
gonna watch?
Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh,
There is a new show coming out May 15th that I really want to watch called Overcompensating. That the trailer looks a lot of fun. It skews younger, and then The Secret Lives of Mormons, the women, the
yeah.
wives.
That's
not
a
for
pass.
you.
That's a pass for
But
me.
Overcompensating, I'm going to show you the trailer.
And where is that platform?
Prime. I'll show you the trailer after.
I don't
this.
know why I don't like Prime's format.
Yeah.
There's something
Oh.
about Prime that's I know Netflix
know.
is changing.
How did you know? How did you know?
Because I heard it on the news.
Netflix is totally like
Changing their
overhauling their
format.
homepage.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
probably going to
yeah.
make it look like TikTok and new tech and all the things. That's dropping. Homepage is changing on May 19th. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know the date.
On May 19th.
Okay.
Now, next weekend, I'm going to Florida
Let my people go.
to see our girls and Sadie and Summer. And Summer's going to be starring in a Cinderella. So I don't think we'll be doing a pod next week unless you want to hear from KC and Felicia alone.
Or you can tune into our other new podcast
When is it going to drop?
on Friday next
Okay.
week,
Okay. All right.
which
We'll
is
post about it.
called Define Insanity.
Right.
So check it out. Maybe Marni can promote it on her Instagram.
I will for you. I will. You don't promote my podcast on your
Are you
Instagram.
kidding?
Just kidding. Felicia, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day
Happy
to all.
Mother's Day, Felicia.
And happy Mother's Day to everybody, every mom out there. If you enjoy
Shout out Mo.
Yeah.
that made up holiday of Hallmark.
I hate this. I hate the Hallmark holidays. This is because of you, by the way.
I know.
You
Blame
told me.
Got
Well,
it.
It's weird.
Well, it is a Hallmark holiday,
I know,
as
but
is
it-
Father's Day.
I know, and I think there's such a waste of money.
as is Valentine's Day.
I hate
and,
'em,
you know,
hate 'em,
I
hate 'em,
know.
hate
I know.
'em.
You say that, but I still
I think it's so
still
stupid.
feel trapped. I feel like it's a trap. Like every time
Every
Marni's
year.
like, you don't have to do anything. It's just made. I'm like, you say that?
No, but every year, don't I'm like,
But-
but every year I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like, you don't have to do anything. We're not even going out to dinner. I don't even. Actually, I just want sushi.
I'm not ready to take that bait.
I just want sushi. That day shouldn't be any different than any other day. You should treat me the same. You should let me sleep.
That being said, we're still doing Brazilian steakhouse and
Father's Day.
and an escape room for.
You always,
Father's
oh
Day.
my God! You always make it about you. It always goes back to your
it-
Father's Day and your birthday.
well,
Great success.
Just kidding.
Well, those are. I am a father, and that was the day I was born. So
Why do we have to make these such special days?
well, a birthday you could
I'm
make a
kidding.
special
Birthday
day.
deserves to be special.
You know.
Look at your face. You're like in
a
shock.
little taken back, but that's fine.
Oh, baby. Are you taking back?
No, I'm not surprised. I guess that's your stance on.
So, guys, share like love. Felicia, we need to start our day.
We have to start a day because
It's
rush,
gonna
rush,
end.
rush.
It's
It's going to
gonna
end
end.
quicker
She's got a
than you
heart out.
thought.
My Felicia, bye Felicia.